guys, it's your girl Lashay and welcome back to my channel. So today is Tuesday, September 14th. It's about 7 o'clock, yeah, I'm almost 7 o'clock in the morning. Y'all are probably saying, why am I up so early? But I feel like I just need to get ahead. Like, regardless if it's YouTube, social media, the business, whatever it may be, brand deals, whatever. Like, but today's video is basically how we start an online business. It's gonna be a bunch of tips, even advice. So before we get into this video, go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and hit that like button so you do not miss when I upload more. So as you can tell, this video is how to start an online business. The first thing I would do is, when you're trying to start an online business, know what you want to sell, or know what, have an idea what you want to sell, and be kind of specific of like each, you know what I'm saying, like each individual item, what you want to sell. Whether it's clothing, like let's say you want to do a clothing brand. Do you want to do like more of like the comfy outfits, like, everyday outfits? Or are you more like, more on the club / nightlife side? Like, you be specific. Even name some pieces. What else can I say? Or are you the type that you want to do kind of a mix of both? Be specific, whether you're adding shoes, handbags, be specific. So once you've gotten that down, you kind of look around for vendors. Alibaba, AliExpress, it's some other vendors or like wholesale people. I can't think off the top of my head what the names of the companies, but there are a bunch. There are even some on Facebook. There are Facebook groups to get in that, that have vendors. I think I'm in one called Hella Rocky. It has handbags, shoes, purses, same thing, jewelry, lashes, clothing, and something else they have. But they have a wide variety, y'all. And literally people get their packages in like 7 to 8 days. Now, if you know AliExpress or Alibaba, sometimes the shipping can take 2 weeks all the way up into a month and a half. This depends on you, but be aware that shipping is high because think of the weight and how far it has to come. So it's like basically you shipping out an international order to that person. The first thing to do is get licensed. Do you want an LLC, C Corp, sole proprietor? It's another one out there. I just can't think, y'all. I took business classes and can't even remember. But anyway, basically choose what license that you're under. I have an LLC, which is a limited liability company. I kind of talked about that in one of my earlier entrepreneur videos. So if you don't know what that is or don't know which one to go to, I will have it kind of tagged or pinned at the top of this video so you can go click that. But yes, choose your license. And once your license, I'm not sure how much they cost from state to state. My license was $50 here. So it just depends from state to state, how much it is. And once you get that, mine came right away. I wouldn't say right away, maybe like a few hours later, they had approved it. I applied for mine like August 15th last year. So kind of also while we're doing this, think of a date you want. Like, I wouldn't say right away because you want to prepare yourself, whether it's marketing, advertising, whatever. You want to fully prepare yourself. So I gave myself until November. That was, I think, 3 months in between, a little over 3 months. But anyway, once you've gotten your license, then you're gonna move on to your EIN number. And your EIN number is basically your tax ID. So a lot of businesses won't let, not businesses, a lot of wholesalers / vendors won't let you basically view their stuff or even see make it seem like you're interested unless you have your EIN number, your license, and also your seller's permit. I'm gonna show y'all what they look like really quick. Okay, so for the ones in Mississippi, or if you're viewing this is our license. or basically that's our formation. That we farmed August 14th of 2020, and the, what's his name, Secretary of State, yes. That's where you go get your formation / license, as you can see, through the Secretary of State. So if you are kind of confused on where to go, just type in Secretary of State and then your state after it, and it'll come up. I can't remember the name of this site for nothing. I think it's maybe SOS Mississippi.gov. I don't know, y'all. I can't remember. It's been a while. But yes, that is where you get your license. And then once you get your EIN, once you get that, you go to get the EIN. Like I said, an EIN is on the irs.gov website. I'm gonna try to pull it up to show y'all because I didn't print mine. I think I ended up taking a picture or screenshotting it. But I'm gonna show y'all really quick how to get your EIN number. So y'all, it is under the IRS. When I first came, I could not literally find it for nothing. So I just typed in EIN in the little search bar. And then it comes right here, apply for an EIN identification number. And employer identification number. So honestly, y'all, it's basically your social security for the business. I think I may have worded that wrong when I said it's your tax number. But at the same time, it's still your tax number and your social security for the business, so they can identify you easily. But basically, you click apply now. It's very easy, it's free, very quick. And then you click begin application. And then right here, you got sole proprietor, partnerships, corporations, LLC. That's pretty much all you need is the top 4. You don't really need an estate or a trust because we're not into that. I chose LLC. Then right here, it just tells you LLC is a structure allowed by state statute. It's formed by filling articles of organization with individual state secretary of state. Owners of an LLC are called members. Members can include individuals, corporations, or other LLCs and foreign entities. An LLC can be formed by one or more members, and there's no maximum number of members. There can be no more than one active with the same name in the same state. So basically it's saying that you cannot have the same name as somebody else in the state. So that's also important when naming your business. Also, have many ideas or, a list of things that you can see yourself naming it. And then what I did was I went through the state first and I saw who all had the name. Let me go to my Secretary of State. But when I went, y'all, I looked up the name I wanted, which was, before that I had other names, but after that I chose Vibrant Allure. And I went through the state to see, I typed it in, nobody had it. Then I went to, I can't think of the website for nothing, but basically it's the website when you can copyright, nobody can else use it basically, and nobody had it. I have still yet to get my business copyrighted, or what do you call it? I don't know what the actual name for it, y'all. If I don't know it in this video, I'll just put it on the screen. But basically, nobody had my name. So I'm trying to trademark, that's what it is. I want my business trademarked, but y'all, trademarking is so expensive. Okay, y'all, so my state has it to where you can search names. I'm gonna try to search my name, and there should not be anyone besides me with that name. Yes, right here. As you, I cannot show y'all that middle part. But as you can see, but it's public records, so yeah, it's public records. But anyway, but as you can see, this is my business name. That's my type of formation I have, and I'm good standing. But y'all, that's kind of the scary part. It has your address on public file. I didn't even have to log in to search this business. But anyway, to move on, I said once you get your EIN number, access point, yeah. I'm not sure if it's different names in different states, but that's Mississippi's. Basically, you have to put down to basically collect sales tax, pay your monthly tax. Because I pay monthly tax on top of the end of the year, but or report at the end of the year. That's what it is. Basically, I did not know this, y'all. When I googled it, I could not find anything on it until after I started my business, and I was like, oh. But I did not get in trouble with the IRS or nothing like that. But basically, in Mississippi, in order to have a to collect tax, or you can collect tax still, but to report it back to the state, you have to put down a $500 bond in order to basically get your seller's permit, and I have it somewhere over here. And the lady, when I called, she said the only way I can get my $500 back is if we close the business or we have a storefront. And we are not in any shape to start a storefront right now. I just don't think it's the right time anyway. I don't think I want to start a storefront anyway, but you never know what the future may hold. But basically, it's $500. You can't get it back. And my mom, if y'all don't know, my parents had a food truck, so they, you know, they have their own little business. When I was young, and I wasn't even thought of before, but I was a baby when I, you know, by the time they stopped. And she said they used to report it to the state monthly, like that, you know, like now, but they didn't have to put down so much money, or didn't have to put down any money, I don't think. But anyway, now that it's changed a lot, and I think they said when you don't pay it or something like that, they basically deduct from the $500. So it's like a security deposit, basically. So you want to make sure, I'm trying to find my seller's permit, y'all, but you want to make sure that you are reporting them monthly. If not, all I can say is they're coming for y'all. That's basically our sales permit. So a lot of vendors, wholesalers ask for your sales tax permit. They ask for your EIN number and also your, I think your license. It just depends on the vendors or the wholesalers you go through. Like I said, they range, they differ from each person. But you want to make sure you have that. And once you've gotten that, in order to start an online business, you have to have an e-commerce. And e-commerce is like basically a person that, or a company that hosts your website. Shopify, Wix, Weebly, GoDaddy, Big Cartel, you name it. I use Shopify. I've used them since the beginning. At first I wanted to go the cheap route and do Big Cartel. I think Big Cartel is I think it's free or something. I don't know. But I wanted to go the short route and be cheap. And I was like, you know what? I kept watching videos and seeing the quality of like Shopify compared to the other e-commerces, and I was like, no. But I want to tell y'all this now. Shopify offers 3 different plans, y'all. You do not have to get the $79 plan or the $129, I think it is. $29 is just good for y'all, I swear. Unless you're, you know, you bought it like that, do not waste money paying that $79 or $129 a month. Especially if you're not guaranteed to bring that back in. Or to me, I didn't see a purpose. The only difference is like your percentage rates of like how much they charge for credit cards and stuff like that. But yeah, I have Shopify. So yeah, it's plenty of YouTube videos out here. I will also be doing a YouTube video on Shopify, how to basically set it up and all of that. It'll be I think probably a series maybe. I also did a domain. Y'all are probably saying, but a domain costs money. It isn't a lot. Not really. I thought it was gonna be more than what I thought it was too. And I even have a degree in IT, y'all. So like, it just depends on what commerce you go on or how you get it done. I got my domain through Shopify, so it was kind of like a discount kind of. I think I paid either $10 or $13 for a year. A whole year to own my own website. So if y'all don't know, my website is shopvibrantallure.com. Now mind y'all, without the domain, my Shopify, well, my website would have been called vibrant-allure.myshopify.com. Now, a lot of y'all are saying, but why do you have to have a specific website to yourself? Think about it. Would you want customers or your potential customers going to your website, trying to figure out your website because it has so many dashes and dots, like, think about it. You want it to be as simple or as straightforward as possible. Because if it was me and I was looking at it, I would not want to, let's say I buy from you again, and I can't remember your website, but I know your name was Vibrant Allure. I don't want to have to keep guessing. And if I don't get it right the first 2 times, I just give up. Like, you don't want that to be a potential customer. Vibrant-allure.myshopify.com is kind of a lot. So you want to kind of make it unique and stand out. You also want to have a website. You do not want to do DM me to order, Cash App me. Like, I know a lot of businesses are doing this now because they're, starting small. But when you look at it, you do not it just doesn't, I wouldn't say it looks tacky, but you kind of want to elevate a little bit. Like, I feel like it's been an era, or they've had their era of the DM to order, Cash App. It just doesn't look professional. So make sure you have a e-commerce site that takes payments online. And then after that, you want to know your MOQ. If you don't know what an MOQ, it's minimum order quantity. A lot of vendors and wholesalers, some already have the minimum order quantities. They already have them set. So especially if you're starting out and you're not sure how it's gonna go, do not have more than 5 or 10 of each product. I did that mistake, and y'all, it was like HE double hockey sticks. It was. And you just don't want to have too many on hand. But you can always order, y'all. Like this lady I used to watch on YouTube, she said start small. Once you make that profit, put it back in. Like, it's just like you keep recycling that same money until you building it up over time. So know the minimum order quantity, and when you're looking for vendors, make sure they have a lower minimum order quantity. And also look for shipping, because shipping will definitely knock you out easily, because I'm not paying $300 and I only have a $60, bill. Like, that's just unreasonable to me. So make sure you check that, especially on Alibaba. They're really bad at it. So keep that in mind. The next is the inventory. Like I said, with minimum order quantity, inventory, you want to give yourself enough time for it to get here. Mind you, y'all, I ordered most of my stuff off AliExpress the very first time. So I ordered late September. It was telling me it wasn't gonna be here until, some stuff was told me it wasn't gonna be here until early November, late November. And mind you, I ordered September 24th, and I'm like, what's the holdup? But you have to think about it. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. It's nowhere near over. So things are a lot different than they used to be. So it's taking things longer to get here, especially with, this time of the year. It's tropical storms, hurricanes. It's a lot going on. So make sure you order your stuff in time, because I wouldn't say it would be a problem pushing back your start date or your launch date, but give yourself enough time to where you don't have to worry about doing that. Promotions. So promotions range from advertisements, or whether you have an influencer on social media marketing for you. Make sure you set out a budget for that as well, because you do want to market, you do want to advertise, because you never know, your customer could be watching you or could be honestly looking for you. You don't even know. This is the last thing on my list. But how to make profit. Make sure when you are doing inventory, I wouldn't say go for the cheap thing, but make sure you're not spending more than you have to. Like, compare vendors, and half the time they have literally the same stuff, but their prices could be different. Some could be higher, some could be lower. So when you're looking at profit, look at your prices. Some people give themselves 50%. I've seen some give themselves maybe 20% over. It just depends. So before my camera cut off, I was basically saying, make sure you're paying yourself back for the labor, the time, all of that. So for example, let's say you bought a necklace for $2-3, right? you could easily list that for $8, depending on the quality. You can list it for like $8, $10 even. I've seen some listed for more. It's really just how you market and brand. But another example would be, let's say you're making a body wash, right? You have to consider the bottle, the ingredients you put in there, whether it's oils, the actual formula, even the label, your time, labor. Like, it's so much to consider. So like I said, when you're doing stuff like this, make sure you're paying yourself back, because I've seen a few businesses where they mark them to a certain price, then when they have a sale, it's like they're losing money. So make sure that you are giving yourself, you're paying yourself back. Have good picture quality. You do not want to use your vendor's pictures, whether you're buying like shades, what do you call it? Lashes, necklaces. You don't want to use your vendor's pictures. Like, you want to throw your own spin to them. So, like I said, y'all, like, it's very cheap. I've seen even some girls, because they don't want to buy like all like the backdrop and all of that, they go outside on a sunny day, whether it's in the grass, flowers, you name it, and they do their own photo shoot. Dollar Tree has some good stuff. You can get a nice plate. They have mirrors in there. You can get a whiteboard buy some fake flowers. Like, it's so much you can do to make your brand and your pictures unique. So definitely be unique, stand out. That's really what gets sales, is you standing out from other businesses. This is the end of this video. Go ahead and give this video a fat thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already for more entrepreneur vlogs, series, or like, how to for businesses. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, and I will see y'all guys in my next video. Bye.